What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? It is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for this. Ain't no yes for the mess. This is just a live that I decided to do today, and this is basically just something that went viral. Okay, it went viral this week about a baby mama going off on a baby daddy for not getting her other children no McDonald's or whatever. So yeah, I've been to the dentist today. My numbness is gone. I was hoping that it would be gone by the time this video got started. So you know what I'm saying? I was hoping that it would be done by then, and I'm glad that the numbness is gone. The pain trying to creep in though, but whatever. I'm always going to the dentist. Ever since I got my teeth fixed, I'm always going to the dentist to make sure that they are right. So, making sure my smile is where it needs to be. That's what I do. So yeah. So as we wait for the people to come in, because there's 53 people in here. I always shoot for at least 100 people, but as the people come in, please put the fire emojis in the chat as you come in. Shout out to Chef CC. Shout out to Jose. What's going on, Jose? Did you get what I sent you? I think I sent you something the other day. I hope you got it. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to No Name Needed. What's going on? Baby Blue Prada Shoes. What's going on? Ebony W. What's going on? Demelia Bowen. I hope I said your name right. What's going on? Sofa Dog. What's going on? Mocha Mima. What's going on? Flip with Monique. What's going on, everybody? I want you guys to know that while we're doing this, I would definitely be letting females and males come up and give their spiel, okay? Just to let you guys know. Charlie, what's going on? Hey Megan girl, what's going on? You've been doing the damn thing with your Instagram stories. I've really been jamming every time you put something up there. So shout out to you, Megan. What's going on, LaWanda Chase Jackson? What's going on, JD? What's going on, Nakia Harper? What's going on, Trey Missy to Rich? What's going on, Khadidra? Lord, I'm just gonna say why, because I cannot pronounce your name, child. What's going on? What's going on, Joshua 1994 2? What's going on, his wife one? What's going on, Sherry Ann Brooms? What's going on, Sucker Free 707? What's going on, Susan Brown? What's going on, Janae, Shatonda Taylor, Janika Henderson, Z, Kevon Hankerson? What's going on, Joshua? Yes, they did give R. Kelly 30 years. I'll be talking about that in one of my videos that I'm filming tonight, which will come out tomorrow. I'm gonna let everybody else get their commentary out first, because everybody's talking about it right now, child. And I don't want to get drowned by everybody else, honey. Everybody talking about it right now. It's 67 of y'all up in here. So, like I said, as you come in, listen, I didn't skip you. I said I'm just gonna say why, because I cannot pronounce your name, honey. I'm just gonna say Yara. Is it Yaraya? Yaraya? Is that how you pronounce it? Nisha Rain, what's going on? Sakina V, what's going on? Okay, y'all coming into this building, child, and I'm glad y'all coming in, honey, because like I said already, my audience is mainly black women. Like, if you look at my analytics, it pretty much shows who my audience is. It's like basically black women over the ages of 25 and up, basically. Let me look at my YouTube studio though, just to get the correct number of women that watch me, because I'm very mindful of that. Okay, so 87.1% of females watch my videos, and 13.0% are males that watch me. So my Scotty gang is pretty much women. All right. Amy J, what's going on? Shay Cherie, what's going on? Yes, y'all are coming in. And listen, I do not want you guys to be afraid. I don't want you guys to be scared to give you your opinions on this, because this has been something that has been talked about all week. My Facebook has been clogged with this shit all week long. I'm sick of hearing about it, but I already knew that if this was going on, I knew that I had to talk about it on my YouTube channel, because I don't want to talk about it on Facebook and arguing with these folks that I know, and I'm gonna end up blocking all their asses because they sound stupid. So yes, um, Ashley RW83. I really wanted to sign up. You can sign off about it today. I'm definitely going to give you the opportunity to do so. I'm going to drop the link and everything today. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to play the video for all y'all and everything. Like, we're going to have us a full blown panel conversation about it. Most definitely. Juan Davis, what's going on? Do you feel like 30 years is not long enough? I'll talk about it on my up and coming video. I ain't gonna talk about it today because if I talk about it right now, we are not gonna be talking about what we here for. We're not gonna be talking about it at all. So I'm gonna wait till the next video. Um, let's see. Trying to make sure everybody is in here. I'm gonna give it about 2 more minutes before we actually get started. Because like I said, I want all my women that's up in here because I know most of y'all are women. I want y'all to get y'all thoughts together so y'all can come up and speak. And even for the men that's in the building, because I know there are men in the building too. It's not that many, but I know there are some men in here. I want you guys to get y'all thoughts together so we can have us a conversation, especially if we disagreeing on the situation. You don't have to cam up or none of that. Cause I ain't gonna be cammed up, as you can see. Yeah, I'm not camming up today. Because my sister's stuff is in here and I got a room full of shit because my sister has moved out of her apartment and she's about to move into her new house, so she's going to be staying with us for about maybe 2 or 3 days, so she got a lot of shit in my room. So the only time I'm a cam up is for the roaster review today, but I'm not camming up for this. Let's see. This is not the video, Joshua. Give me a chance, one video at a time. Let me see. Sakina V. Didn't I? Y'all, we are not talking about R. Kelly in this video. I told y'all we're not doing that right now. We got to stay on task. But as you like I said, as you come in, just put those fire emojis in there. So that'll let me know that you guys are here. My Bluetooth speaker is on go. I'm finna go to the video. I found it on YouTube before I even got up here or whatever. Yeah, I do need to get a backdrop. Those are the things that, and I got the money to get it. I just been procrastinating because I want to get another mic too, even though I just bought this mic just a few months ago, but I feel like I need another one. But yeah, I do need to get I definitely do need to get a backdrop. I've been saying it. Okay, feel good. What's going on? Janelle Janet, what's going on? D Sosa, what's going on? Okay, now we at the 10-minute mark. We're at the 10-minute mark, so it's about that time for us to go ahead and start, y'all. So this is not a yes for the miss. This is just live that we're here to talk about things, just anything. Talk about viral stuff or whatever. That darn upkeep is yes, it is, child. So this was a video that went viral this week. Okay, the video went viral. I'm going over here to the shade room so I can read exactly what they said when they posted the video because it was a lot. It sparked up a lot of conversation. A lot of people have been talking about this situation all week. Like I said earlier, like they was talking about it on on Facebook and Twitter. So basically, this was posted on the shade room as the shade room great debates, and it said this woman in the video is the video was going viral due to a woman being upset that one of the fathers of her kids only brought food for his child but not her 3 others, and it was like, do you agree with her or is it a reach? That's basically what that said up in the title. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the audio so you guys can hear her going off about it and stuff like that. And then after the audio is done playing, I'm going to put the link in the chat so you guys can come on in and speak your piece and everything because we're gonna be on here for like a good hour. So I'm gonna let you guys come up and speak your piece. It's gonna be like a panel style thing. Women, men, everybody is welcome to come up here. Janika Henderson, girl, you can give your opinion. Like, listen, before I even play this, listen, whether we agree or disagree, I want everybody to state their opinion. What's going on, Bonita? I want everybody to state their opinion. I want everybody to feel comfortable stating their opinion. And if you don't agree with someone's opinion, you can disagree. But let's just have a positive, mature conversation. Let's not argue. Let's not over talk. Let's let everybody get their points across, and let's have a healthy debate. That's all I'm asking for. This is what we're here for here on Scotty by Nature TV. Like, Janika does not need to feel afraid about anybody eating her up. This is a debate. We can have a healthy debate about this situation. We can all keep it cute. We can all state our cases. Everybody doesn't have to agree. Everybody does not have to agree with this at all. Everybody feels however they feel, and they have every right to feel however they feel. So I want everybody to come up here, state their case, and say what they gotta say. Now, before I let everybody up though, oh hey, Prophet, hey, I say this name wrong. Is it Angela? I think it's right. But yeah, so that's what we're here for. We're gonna have a healthy debate. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it first, and then I'm gonna drop the link after we're done. After this stuff is done playing, I'm gonna state my case. I'm gonna say what I think, and then I'm gonna allow you guys to come up here and speak your thoughts. Okay? So get yourselves together, get ready, because we're about to start this thing off. So let's play it, and like I said, let's get into it. Here we goes.
Look, y'all. Every fucking day, my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child. But I have three other kids. We have one kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not gonna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry? What he like? What do you mean? Okay, what about my other kids? What about your other kids? Okay, but them your kids' siblings though. What are you talking about? What are you mad about? My kids, them your kids' siblings though. So what you? So my other kids finna be left out. You didn't feed them? You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7. Lisa, how is that my problem? But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out. I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son. But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings? Lisa, them are his siblings Lisa, though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's. Why do I gotta put? Bring him out to the car. No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody. Lisa, so you telling me that I can't bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now? Yes. You sound dumb. How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb. Where are their daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility. Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? So you know I get food stamps on the 11th. That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What yeah, like? They're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You expect me to take care of all kids? They're not my kids. Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids. Why are you recording me? Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're foolish in this bullshit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child. The child that's mine, silly. No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all. Then he can't take that. He can't eat it. Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the? You all like going to my mother account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids. Them are your kids' siblings, though. So that's what you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna. Those are your fucking kids' siblings. They my. So that means yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat. I bring them food every other day. What do you mean? Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th. Your babies. Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well. Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel like I feel the way about eating, take him in the room and let him. I'm not taking my kid in the room. Send him down to the car. He ain't even got. He ain't got to eat for his brothers and sisters. He come right out to the car and eat with me. No, no. You know what? Fine. Give it here. Thank you. Give it here. Bro, like, give it here. Give it here. Dumb. He ain't eating this. You. Why don't you just do that? Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Stupid. Selfish as a. Like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb. Take care of him anyway. Dumb. He not finna do it. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye, stupid.
Okay. It's the baby mama drama for me. That's number one. It's the baby mama drama for me. Now, let me start off by saying what I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna drop the link soon as I'm done saying what I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Can y'all hear me good? Let me know if y'all can hear me good now, because my mic was down. So I don't know if y'all could hear me at all, but my mic was down. So let me know if y'all can hear me good right now. Let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. So, here's what I got to say about this situation. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like, seriously, are you dumb, girl? Like, are you dumb? Because it's like, here's my thing. It would have been nice if he bought all of the kids something to eat. Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been thoughtful, but he doesn't have to. He's not obligated to buy nobody shit. He bought his son something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you got 3 other fucking kids. He only got 1 kid by you. And when he comes and bring his son something to eat, you expect him to feed all the rest of your damn kids. But where are your other kids' fathers at? That's the first question. Where are your other kid? Where are your other baby daddies at? Because if he's coming to bring, he doing what he's supposed to do by bringing his son something to eat, because that's his son. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a father. So my thing about this is, what's the big deal? He's doing what he's supposed to do. If you want your other kids to fucking eat, ask your other kids' fathers to get them something to fucking eat. I'm not understanding her train of thought here. I'm not understanding your train of thought. He is not wrong for that. He's not wrong for doing his part. Like, why are you asking him to do your other baby daddy's part? That's his son. So that's the only child that he needs to be focused on. Why does he need to be focused on your other 3 just because they're his son's siblings? That don't mean shit. What the fuck you mean? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So just because his son is, got whatever, just because his son, I can't even get it out because this is so stupid. My thing is, that's his son, so he's doing what he's supposed to do. My thing is, why are you expecting him to take care of something that your other baby daddies aren't doing? If you're that pressed about your other children eating, where are the fathers at? Where your other baby daddies at? Are they on crack? Are they on drugs? Are they in jail? Are they deceased? Or are they just straight up deadbeat fathers? Because you thinking that you're exposing him by recording him and all this other stuff, when you really expose yourself to be a dumbass person. Like, straight up, you really expose yourself to be stupid, because you didn't do him you didn't do yourself no favors by even putting that video out there. If you really want to be real about it, you didn't do any favors for yourself. You made him look better. Honestly, you thinking that you making him look bad, but you made him look better off than what he was already looking in the first place. He was already looking good when he was bringing the food to his son in the first place. Some people, some fathers don't bring their kids food at all, and it shows with what's going on with your other baby daddies. Okay, so it's just like, Why do you expect him to take care of all those fucking kids and they're not his? And then you talk about, I don't get my stems till that time. What the fuck does that have to do with him? Please, can somebody tell me if I'm wrong? I don't want to come across like I'm wrong, like I'm being misogynistic or anything like that. I just feel like he's not doing anything wrong. It's like, why does he need to take the burden of somebody else's kids? He's not being self-serving. He's not being selfish. Like he said, I mean, I could understand if it was one or two other kids, but you got three other kids and you want me to spend all my money on these other kids. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, what is the issue? You know what I mean? Like, he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's not obligated to take care of those fucking kids. That's just how I feel. I don't think he's obligated to take care of those kids. Those aren't his kids. And my thing is, she says that he brings his child food all the time. So he doing what he's supposed to do. What are your other baby fathers doing? And for some of the people that's saying that is wrong, and for some of the people that says they disagree with me, I want you guys to come up here and state your case, because I really want to know why y'all feel like he's wrong. Because I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's wrong. She even threw the damn food at him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever. Who said that the other fathers are not helping? Who said that? She's making it seem like they not helping. What are you saying? It's like, she said that he consistently brings food every day for his son, but he doesn't bring them for the other kids. So obviously the fathers ain't doing shit if she's putting all the blame on him. Like I said, for all of y'all who are saying that y'all disagree, I'm finna drop the link and I want to hear what y'all got to say. Seriously, I really want to know. She didn't even ask him for no help. Just like Tab said, she didn't ask for help. She demanded it. Like, she straight up demanded it. But on another note, just to keep down confusion, I feel like if that were me, and when I say if that were me, I'm talking about the guy. If that were me, I probably would have picked my son up. I probably would have took him to McDonald's and we could have ate our food together. And I would have dropped his ass. I would have took him to the park or something, took him to the mall, whatever, and brought his ass back home. Like, that's it. But in the same, just like Prophet said, he offered to take the child with him to eat in the car, away from the other kids, and she didn't want that. So it's like, what more could he possibly do? You know what I'm saying? So the link is down below. I need everybody to click on that link. Whether you agree with me or disagree, I want you guys to go ahead and click on that link, because I got a feeling that these conversations are about to get heated. Everybody has a lot to say about this, so I want everybody to go ahead and click that link. All my moderators, please go ahead and start rotating that link. I'm gonna have everybody. Damn, so many people already backstage. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring everybody up at the same time right now. Oh God, everybody up. There's so many people up here all at one time. Okay, so how many is that? Hold on, you guys. So it's like, oops. It's like, how many people? How many people? How many people? Wait a minute. Okay, I already got 10 already. So y'all gonna have to give these 10 people their time. I'm gonna give y'all like 15 minutes to debate amongst yourselves. The Z person is saying that your device is not connected right now, so I don't know what's the business with that. You may need to go out and come back in or something. Okay. All right, I got one more spot left for those that want to come up. So I'm gonna start with Desiree. Well, as a matter of fact, everybody can unmute themselves. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna allow you guys to go ahead and debate amongst yourselves, or whatnot. But just don't overtalk each other. Be respectful and all that great stuff. Okay. So whoever want to start, they can start.
Okay, I just want to say this first before we get started. I am at work and apologize for the noise in the background. So I'm going to mute myself first so y'all can do whatever, and then I'm gonna come in at the end and just comment. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. And once again, there's 10 people up here already, so I'm gonna give these 10 people at least 15 to 20 minutes to debate amongst themselves. And then after the 15 to 20 minutes is up, I'm gonna allow another batch of people to come up because I can't allow no more than 10 people up. I see the message coming across my screen is I can only allow 10 people to come up at one time. So whoever wants to start the conversation off, you can go ahead and start it.
Hi, Scotty. Can you
What's
hear me?
going on? Yeah, I can
Good.
hear you.
Good. My name is Tony. I'm from Chicago. I saw the video this morning and I was completely appalled of her putting herself out there like that, for one. Um, my comment is this: I think that she was completely wrong. Could he have handled it differently? Could he have picked the child up and took the baby out to eat and brought the child back? Yes, he could have. But she denying him the opportunity to be a father because her other children's fathers are not participating is not right. But my only point is this: this is the reason why, as men and women, we must protect our bodies and be careful about who we are having children with, because the mentality that she has, she's imparting that information onto his children. Now, the only thing I feel like he did wrong was leave his child with her. I think that's completely wrong. He should try to get custody of his child because she clearly is not financially or emotionally stable to handle what she's um, created for her.
To Tony's point, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Tony's point, my name is Jay. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. But to Tony's point, I do think that both adults are the culprit in this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that I feel horrible for the children. Um,
Absolutely.
I think that it's a very unfortunate situation considering there are children involved. Um, and while I do agree that yes, um, the the mom put the dad in that situation, and I think this guy said that he tried to take the child with him to get the food, and she wouldn't allow him to go in the car with him. This is you know this is just a very unfortunate incident, but I do say that even though I agree that he didn't have an obligation to feed the other kids, I personally probably would have done it only because they're still children at the end of the day, and that's all I really had to say.
Hey, I'm gonna go next. This is Mocha Mima. I'm from Connecticut. We don't know what the background of everything is. If he was, I'm older probably than a bunch of you guys. If that was my son, I would take this video and I would go to the court and I would have my son apply for custody of my grandchild.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Um, for one thing, we don't know if he's paying child support. Most likely he is, because for him to go and bring that child food like that, that means he is in that child's life. Um, he is under no obligation to feed her other children. Obviously, she has
Hold on
not
one
made.
second. Hold on 1 second. I'm not trying to cut you off. Benita, it says your device is not connected, so it's not letting me let you in. So you have to get that together real fast. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
She's not making good decisions. For her to come out like that to tell him that he has to feed her other children, like right there, that's telling you that she's not making good decisions. He's not obligated to feed or clothe her other children. He's obligated to that child that he has with her.
Yeah.
So she needs to either work more hours if she's not working or make other arrangements. He is only obligated to take care of the child that he has with her. So she needs to change her attitude and everything else. And now she's put herself on blast to everybody in America as to what kind, not only what kind of parent she is, but what kind of person that she also is. So she really needs to reevaluate her life and watch her step. So I let somebody else pick it up from there.
I'll go
I
next.
agree with everything. Oh, sorry.
I'll go next. At this point, I agree with every like at this very moment for the people who've talked. I agree with y'all because
Let's be clear, it's not his obligation to take care of her other three children. He only has one with her. He's obligated to take care of that one child because y'all laid down and made that one child. Now I could see if that man was living with you in your household and y'all was paying bills together and y'all
Amen.
were a couple and y'all was taking care of the kids together. I could see if that was the situation and then y'all broke up and maybe yeah, you still do for the kids because they see you as their parental figure. That's what happened in my household when I was a kid, and it was my biological father. He's no longer here with us, but he did that for my brother. And then years later, even though they were not together, my baby sister, who, whole different father, I could see if it was that situation, but this is not that situation. He wanted to take his child out somewhere, possibly thinking of what that could do to those other kids, and you said no. He said, well, then can you just, I got him food. Can you send him down? We go eat in the car and then I can send him back up. Still thinking about those other children. She said no. She then took that food and threw it in the street. You don't know what he had to do, scratching, surviving good
Yeah,
times to make sure to get that money to feed his child. You
right.
don't know that man's financial situation. Me and my friend were talking about this on the phone last night and we did the math. It was like, depending on what type of meal you got from McDonald's, especially now these kids greedy, they want a 20 piece with a large fry and a Sprite on the side and maybe some apple slices. That's a good $15 you're spending. For four children altogether, that's $60. Nobody has
Yes.
$60 to spend every other week to bring somebody food. And I don't know if it was like another video or something, but my friend told me that the little boy was calling his daddy, telling him that he wanted food and that he was hungry. So obviously they have a good relationship on the sense that you could call your father and tell him, "Hey, I'm hungry," and he gonna come and bring you that food. He obviously had to drop whatever he was doing to go get the child some food, which means from what we could see, he is a good parent and he is doing what he's supposed to do. Now, where she messed up was thinking that he was obligated and had to feed her other children. He doesn't have an obligation to feed or clothe those other children. Once again, it would be nice if he did that out of the kindness of his heart, but maybe he doesn't have the financials to do that. Maybe he's like, I got my one with you. I ain't make no more. The state's not requiring me to take care of these other three. I'm going to take care of my one and I'm going to step every single time. You just set yourself up for the ultimate failure because you posted this on TikTok. And for anybody who thinks, oh, well, once it gets taken down on TikTok, it's over. No, I don't know how many times people have to tell y'all the internet is forever. It does not matter where you posted it. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any other of these new sites popping up, YouTube, it's going to get around. And currently we talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, a
Yeah.
lot of these new parents, and I see a lot of these new parents. I'm not even a parent, but just like watching all these people that maybe I went, like they're my age, or I possibly went to school with them, get up here on the internet and are showing out like this and showing people who you really are. You can't put on this facade because now they can take this to court. He could legit take you to court and get full custody of his child because this is what you're doing, denying that child food, demanding that he help you when they are not his children. Those are not his obligations. The court will tell you by law. First of all, y'all don't even go together. By law, y'all don't go together. Even if y'all were dating, y'all still don't go together because you can't claim each other on each other's taxes. Y'all don't go together.
Right.
I think
That's it.
culture. Well, for sorry to interrupt you, but I think that for me culturally, and because I am 43 and I'm a high school teacher, so for me, the way I was raised, you don't eat in front of people unless you have something to offer to them. I don't think he was wrong, but I think that he could have called the kid and the kid eat the food in the car. Like
That's
for
what he
Well,
me,
offered.
I
that's what.
wouldn't. Oh, because I wouldn't eat. Like for me as a teacher, I'm not eating in front of my kids
Yeah,
and
but
not
he
giving everybody some.
He made
And I,
the
he offered
suggestion.
that. He
yeah,
offered that to her, and she refused. And I'm 44 years old. I am an ex-wife, and I have two children by two different men. And I would have never done that.
yeah.
Never.
And I was like, I'm 20, like 23, no kids, but I have two nephews and a niece. Two of like my youngest nephew and my niece, they share a mother. My oldest nephew, they don't have the same mother. But when he is over there with my brother and his girlfriend and his siblings, they do for him just like they do for their
Hmm.
children.
Exactly.
Exactly.
When
Exactly.
they are
Because when
all
I pick up my cousins, I don't have any kids, but if I pick up one, I pick up everybody. I just take them
right,
Exactly.
all. That's just
I
what
yeah,
I
have
do.
I have nieces who have siblings that aren't my blood. But if I'm bringing my baby a gift, that baby getting a gift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
don't
I
know
just
who.
for my friend who she has a 1 year old that recently had a birthday party. He has a it's not her child. Ordered him clothes. I ordered her stuff. I don't have to, but I don't ever want a child to feel left out if it's within my financial means to do it, and
Mm-hmm.
based off the relationship I have with my friend, and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that she cares about that child too.
Hmm.
Now, found was a bit crazy. I'm like, with all this of you putting him out and putting him on blast, why wouldn't you have just taken the food upstairs, cut that up 4 ways, and kept it moving?
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's what
by
I
his
said
thought,
too.
he would have known that his baby ate because his child would have been like, I ate, and everybody else would have eaten. But at the same time, like he kept offering her other transitions, like bring the baby downstairs. I'll take him to go get him food because he's not obligated to take care of those kids. He's
Mm-hmm.
not. And the fact that when he asked you what the other fathers were doing and you was quiet, peeping that 1 2 second interaction let me know
Mm-hmm.
everything I need to
Everything.
They're
know
not doing
in this
nothing.
situation. Because at the end of the day, if you had a positive relationship with him as well as your other baby daddies, this wouldn't be like this. Like I have half brothers and sisters, but guess what? Anytime I've spent time with their parents, I've been treated the same. My
Hmm.
mama treats everybody the same. It's about the relationship. And if you have a fraught relationship raising your children, I understand it's stressful, but that man's doing what he's supposed to do. Because as you said, my baby dad only brings food for his child. He brings it every other day, which means he is at least stepping up and attempting to do what's right. But if you that much in the bond, you don't get your food stamps till 11. Like, look, I don't get
She
this
also
money.
said the seventh.
The 7 or whatever, right? I don't get this money. Instead of you buy some fast food, can you run to the grocery store? Can you run to the Piggly Wiggly, get a pack of chicken, some instant potatoes, and some frozen vegetables? That's
Mm-hmm.
about the same cost as
As a
as a
McDonald's,
McDouble
McDonald's,
meal.
yep.
Not
Because a McDouble
even.
meal about $5, right?
Not even
If
that. Sorry to cut you off. Run to the store and here's what I need you to get. Get me a pack of spaghetti noodles, some hamburger meat. Give me some pasta sauce. I want the Prego, not the ragu. Get me an
girl,
onion
even
and a bell
store
pepper.
brand, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
or
And so,
store brand, and give me a onion and a bell pepper, and give me maybe like 2 boxes of them Texas
Garlic
toast.
breads, right? That
And
way the baby can have food later on, and when they go to school, I can pack a lunch.
yeah,
Why
right.
because
couldn't you have said
spaghetti
that?
stretches. But
It
she be
stretches
Exactly.
clear
like
about
heck.
that.
I
But
think the
I'm
way
gonna.
that she came at him, it might prevent him from doing more. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like if you like tear, like you basically tear him down for doing what he is supposed to do, he might kind of fall back and not do more because of the
Anything.
way that she came at him.
Exactly. And he seemed
Exactly.
very reasonable. If she had just approached him and said, "Hey, you know what? We really don't have any food in the house. I appreciate you stepping up for your son, but can you spot me 20? Can you, so I can provide a meal for the rest of my children?"
Mm-hmm.
If she had just been a woman about it and talked to him like an adult, she may have gotten a lot further and got her needs met. Because
Mm-hmm.
really, in the
Right,
end,
because
she put the camera on him because she's not getting her needs met. So,
You catch more
and
flies
she,
with honey than vinegar.
right,
amen.
because the
But
moment that you put that camera on him, he knew, okay, you trying to make this a social media thing, girl. You might as well have yelled out "World Star"
exactly, it
like
became a
it's a
fault.
fight.
It
And he
became a
even
fight.
mentioned, like he's struggling. He said, if I had the money, I can't go breaking my pocket. Like if it was 1 or 2, I would have brought them food. He legit said it, but
He
it's
did.
3, and I'm struggling bringing the food for the one. He's trying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna
Girls, a
jump off. I
recession.
enjoyed the
Gas is $8
conversation.
a gallon.
I'm
Yeah,
Right.
gonna
I
have
just
to
want to
log
Everybody,
on
jump
and
in.
download that McDonald's app.
Right, and one bag of groceries is like $80. Like I just bought a bag of groceries. One bag is $80. It
You're
is
not
not.
lying.
Food is not cheap right now.
Very true.
And you like the man. You could have asked him. You'd be like, "Oh, once I get my food stamps, like on the 7th on the 11th, I could slip you that 20 that you pay for my kids. I could give you a little 20 in food stamps. It could have been an even exchange, but you were not giving him the
High
opportunity.
key, he would have been coming out better because food
Yeah,
stamps ain't taxed.
nope. Exactly. You
Exactly,
get a
you get more.
yeah. I'm
But no,
looking. I'm
but
looking
no,
for somebody to slide me some food stamps real quick.
and
Okay.
no, also,
Child,
but also in this, y'all too, is if that man is bringing food for her kid, for her son, and she's taking the whatever he brings for that son, and she's splitting it to those other kids, and that son knows it, that child is going to get a resentment towards that mother after a while
Mm-hmm.
because his father's looking out for him. After a while, he's like, That's my dad. Your father's not doing for you. Why do I have to split everything that my father brings?
Or why do I
Mm.
have to, if the dad is like taking the child out to like going to the park or going to the mall and buying the child stuff, and then the kid comes back with the stuff, and then it's just like, well, even though your daddy did for you and their daddies aren't doing for them, even though that's probably not what she, well, never mind. The type of
Yeah,
person she presented herself as, that's
right,
exactly what she would say to
right,
those kids.
right.
Um,
She's the type
you now have to share all your
clothes back.
stuff,
Like she's the type that might want to take the clothes back to change it to get other stuff. Like who knows?
take the
But
game system
she's
back to get the
yeah,
money for
she's
it.
she's like that type, like to do that type of stuff. You know what I mean? To take from that child, and that's where these deep seated resentments, where
Mm-hmm.
sometimes men get resentments towards women when they go through therapy and stuff. We've seen these reality shows where they talk to men, and those deep seated resentments towards women start deep in childhood, with
Start
things
with
that
their
their
mamas.
mothers have done to them.
But you know what? Given what we're seeing and the fact that she says, anytime I call him to bring food for his son, he brings food for his son, there could potentially already be a resentment there.
Right? Yeah.
That your
Mm-hmm.
dad's doing for you. Your dad cares more about you than my dad does. My dad not doing this. We don't know the other father's situations in this, but it's very telling that you say your kid's hungry and one out of three, I'm sorry, one out shows up. And that could not be the first case. It could be like some, like she said, it's consistent. There could already be that resentment. But I think what we have to weigh, what's the bigger evil? To know that your dad, who was just trying to take care of you had to split everything with your brothers and sisters, or those three other kids who ain't getting nothing hate you because your daddy take care of you.
Right.
I just want
And
to
you
jump
It's a
in
lose
for a
lose
second before
situation.
my phone goes dead. I'm sorry. I want to jump in for a second. Okay. So, coming from India, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I'm 33. I have two children, right? Let It's 2022. Ladies, let's start taking accountability on who we procreate with.
Mm-hmm.
Because from this video alone, all I heard was hurt. All I heard was hurt. She sounds hurt. She sounds tore down. She does. If you're that bitter against one child's father because you picked him, sis. You picked him. Just like he picked her with them three other kids, y'all chose each
mm-hmm.
other. Y'all have to start taking accountability. Just because he's buying one child something, what I would have done in that situation, I would have like, oh, I'm picking up my child today. I'm picking them up. Don't worry about it. I'm picking them up today.
Mm-hmm.
But just like the other young lady just said, I think her name is Mocha, the resentment is already there. She already fed, she has already fed the knowledge into her children that y'all daddies ain't nothing. Y'all ain't never gonna be nothing. Y'all ain't even worth, y'all daddy ain't worth nothing. She already she already embedded that into them. Already did it. It sounds like she is hurt. Yes, she get her food stamps on the 7th, but sis, why you getting your food stamps? You made a choice to have these children. These children didn't beg to get here.
Can
He's
I
not.
don't
He's not
I didn't know he
obligated.
was finished. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What?
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's not obligated. And even with my sisters, my oldest sister has a different father than us, right? So we didn't even know as far as that she had another father different from us because my father did everything. It sounds like she's not with any of the fathers and she just want a check. She was having a baby for a check. Give that boy to his daddy. To resolve all this, all you ain't gonna bring one child, some and not the other ones. Give that baby to his daddy. Give this baby to his daddy, because clearly you're overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed with all the stress that you got to do. Give him to his daddy. Where these babies? Where these other babies' daddies at? We need context. I ain't got all. I need more information because it sounds like it's some. Pardon my French. Some fuckery going on.
And
It sounds like it's some.
I
She
just
running
want
the monk in the
to
palace.
I don't want to cut
Hello,
you off, but
everyone. Hi, everyone. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah. I don't want to cut you off or anything, but let's be clear. After this video has come out, if the other fathers of her children, because I don't like the terms baby daddy, baby mama, but the other fathers of those three other children, or we don't even know if it's three other fathers of the children.
Right.
Maybe it's like two others, and she got two by one. We don't know that situation, but if she continues to go the way it goes, and if this continues circulating, and if it gets around like I know it's gonna get around, people gonna be asking him, ain't this ain't this the lady who got your kids? Ain't that the lady you laid down with and made them kids? They gonna have something to say about it, and it's gonna come out. And I'm gonna just be on TikTok waiting for it to happen, because messy TikTok always delivers.
Girl, it's already all over social media. I saw the video on Facebook. I've seen it
Right?
on
It should.
Instagram. I've seen it on YouTube, baby. It's on fire. It's viral.
That's why I
So,
said it's just sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. It's a matter of time before the other fathers of the children, they family members, if they haven't got a hold of it already, get a hold of it and ask them, ain't this the lady you got kids with? And then we'll find out the rest of the situation. I just wanted to add, she's not like, I agree that if you're overwhelmed and you can't take care of all four of your children, if you have a parent there who is willing to step up and take that child, give the child to them. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. I don't know why people feel like asking for help is such a bad thing. I'm gonna have to throw reality TV out there real quick. We saw this on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Even though people down talk Moniece gave her son to his father because she realized she wasn't mentally stable and she didn't want to cause her child any trauma. And she sent him to live with him. She still had custody, but she sent him to live with him to protect him from what was going on with her. And a lot of
right.
people felt like, well, even though you're mentally unstable, you're the mother, which I feel like mothers get a bad rap. Like you could miss a basketball game and you are the worst parent
Mm.
on this planet. But she did what she knew would be best for her child. If this lady in this video, don't know her name, if you want to do what's best for your child to possibly stop what's already happening, because there's some deep seated resentment possibly on his the child side, that one child or those other three. You give him to his father and then y'all figure out the visitation situation that way. But what she's not realizing with, am I echoing?
No, honey, you fine.
Okay. What she's not realizing with this whole situation is, and what a lot of people don't realize is that, oh, when they have kids, I'm gonna just do my 18 years and I'm gonna be done. No, y'all don't look at the bigger picture here. You don't know if that child will grow up to go to college and graduate, and then it's like, well, who am I supposed to invite to graduation? Do I invite my daddy and his people? Do I invite my mom and her people? Or do I try to figure out how to get everybody there? You're not thinking about a possible wedding that will happen in the future, and who's going to be at the wedding, and can I invite them, can they coexist at my wedding, because this day is about me and my partner. You're not thinking about the future grandchildren that are going to be placed in this situation because y'all are only thinking in this moment and thinking in your hurt. You now have to go and get some help for that. I'm not saying put it aside, go and get some help for that, because you're going to need help for that, because there's obviously something wrong with her. But you also need to think about your child, because at this point, from this video, it's gonna cause I don't know the child's gender. I don't want to misgender. It's gonna cause that child a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, and especially those other three, because kids are evil. And I don't mean like, oh, they're evil. I mean like in school they're just mean for no reason. And if they know you and they don't like you, and they know that's your mama, it's gonna get around again.
Okay. With the 20 minutes are up for some of you guys. Who has already spoken? Because I don't think Bonita has or Megan. So who has already spoken already? So I
I
can
have
make
Sky.
room for other people.
I'm gonna
I
just
I'll
say
have.
drop
this
down.
last thing and drop down.
All right.
The
Thank you guys for coming up. I really appreciate y'all commentary.
one thing I will say is this: if this video gets to CPS or to child services, this could be really bad, because we've seen situations in families where the kids just all get taken for various reasons. You ain't even gotta be a messed up mama for the child protective services to take your child. And what could happen is all them kids get separated into the foster system, and maybe the father comes back for that child. And it could possibly be a situation that because of how he remembered how you treated him, he may not go for those other kids. I've had my uncle who's adopted two of his daughter's half siblings. They were all in the system, and he pulled them all out and raised them all. But he did that because he wanted to, and he didn't want those kids to be in that system and suffer. And every man ain't like that. So you got to be mindful about who you make kids with and how you maintain that relationship, because he could have just taken his one child out and left those other two rotting in the system till they aged out, and he didn't. And they've all become very successful because he chose to extend that love and take care of them and raise them. And that could have been the situation. You gotta be mindful. I'm gonna
Uh,
drop on down.
I just want to piggyback off that, and then I'm gonna drop down. Um, she's not thinking whatsoever about what this situation, what she like did with this video, and CPS. We all know will snatch children out of their homes for like no reason, because we saw it with the woman who, she wasn't making enough milk, and they felt like she wasn't feeding her children, and the children were malnourished and they weren't getting enough nutrients, so they snatched all of her children away from her, even a newborn baby from her arms. She's not thinking about this situation, because I guarantee people are calling CPS right now, because I've watched Teen Mom where they were calling CPS on the mother. People in other states were calling CPS on her, calling the police to do wellness checks. You didn't think. And now the fallout from this situation could be bad for every player in the game. And that is the issue at hand. Like, you're not thinking has now just set y'all up for what could be some of the worst things to happen. And I'm done.
All right. Well, thank you, Renry Ricardo. Okay, Megan, you can go now, and then Bonita, then Janika, and Amy J and Z. Go ahead, Megan.
Thank you for the floor, Scotty. Um, hello everyone. I am coming in this with no children. I want to say that first, but I am coming into this as a child with a single mother who had a supportive dad, where me and my sisters did not have the same father. Right. Um, I agree that he's not obligated to take care of the child. However, the argument here is morality and is he responsible? Her purpose was to expose him for not being a good father. That was the purpose of the video. However, she stuck morals into it. Both of those arguments can't exist on the same plane. Um, so yes, he's not obligated. However, morally, sure, bring all the kids something to eat if you can afford to do so. I want, everybody basically said, everything as far as that and how the kids may feel and taking him to court. I get that. I know he's definitely 100% not obligated to take care of any other children that are not his. Um, but I see that there's a lack of empathy for mother, right? Um, Everyone's saying, oh, she needs to, be careful who she lays with, who she procreates with. These are her choices. We do not know how these children got here. They could have been products of assault, right? Easily. We don't know if, you know, what the situations are with the other parents, if they're locked up, if they're deceased. But again, some kids were not here. Some pregnancies did not happen because she chose that man to lay down with, right? So we don't know. She has 4 children. We don't know if it's more than 2 baby daddies or not. We have no idea. We don't know how many fathers there are. um Everyone failed the children, in my view. Their fathers, their mother, and of course this system. She has 4 kids. For her to be number one running out of stamps so fast, where she's not able to provide for them, that's a problem. That's a system problem that has nothing to do with her lack of work. um this economy, I can't even imagine raising one child in this world right now, let alone 4. So I empathize with her because I've seen my mother be angry at just not having it all, right? You're trying to make the best out of what you can. Now, you do have people who are bitter and angry, and she's angry, but she's angry at the world, and she's lashing out on whoever she can. And right now, it's him. It's the person that's appearing in front of him. It's the person who she's seeing doing, in her mind, the bare minimum. He's doing something, and the thing is, it's McDonald's. We don't know if he's paying child support. He probably is. We don't know what his living situation is, so we don't. We're not just about to give a child, just because she's a single mother. We just can't give a child into another situation, because the situation may be worse, right? Because if he's bringing McDonald's every other day, he could possibly just take this money right here that I'm buying for this McDonald's, and buy a few groceries or something, so I don't have to keep coming back over here every other day, right? Because it's not like he's seeing the son, he's dropping the food off. And I don't think a lot of people recognize that either. He's dropping the food off. He ain't seeing his child, he's dropping it off. So that's their agreement that they have. He brings the food to the door, she grabs the food, she takes it to him. He does that every other day. So people talking about custody, sometimes it's just not everything. We don't know. It's so many perspectives. We don't know how ideal that situation may be. But there is, I think everyone in this situation has 100% failed all the children. But I think the system itself is the most to blame. She was angry. She lashed out on him. It was unnecessary. You can't expose someone for their moral. You get what I'm saying? You can't expect you from you, right? So if somebody is bringing somebody to McDonald's, I'm bringing here to bring this child, that doesn't make him a terrible parent. At least he's doing something. But that's all I got on that.
Okay, Bonita.
Hi, everybody. Can you guys hear me? My computer's been acting up.
Yeah, you good.
Okay, good. Hey, Scotty. And hey, Chad. I just, Megan pretty much covered everything that I was going to say. So I'll just kind of piggyback on what she says. I'm a mother of one, a divorced mother of one. So at one time, I knew the struggle about, food stamps and things like that. So I automatically have empathy for this mother and other mothers. And I'm coming from that standpoint. I'm also coming from a standpoint of a aunt who witnessed aunt through marriage. I witnessed the breakdown of the sibling relationship when this was done with my nieces and my nephews. So, going back to the first part, I'm disturbed at the lack of empathy for the mother. We're making a lot of assumptions. We don't know what the situation is. A lot of us are saying, well, she has 4 kids by 4 different dudes. She should have thought about that. We need to talk to the second, the third, and the fourth dude who signed up for this situation. That baffles me. So I agree with Megan at that stance that, excuse me, everybody failed the kids. Him dropping off McDonald's every day. I said in the chat that it was tacky for the simple fact that we're talking about kids. There are other kids in the house. Just pick up your child and go take them to eat. Your kid doesn't even have to come back and discuss it. As for the mother, she knows that he's going to drop off the McDonald's every day. This should have been a conversation off camera about, hey, I got these other kids. We need to figure something else out. And they should have made an arrangement. When she pulled out the camera, tacky. When he was willing to get videotaped or recorded and argue back and forth with her, tacky. It was just two people that were already mad at each other, probably for the demise, of the relationship. And now they're just yelling and screaming and they're all over the internet. And like somebody said earlier, kids are evil. So now their kids have to go to school. And somebody going to say that was your mom and daddy on the internet arguing. Just ridiculous. Going from the standpoint of, like I said, a aunt who watched this breakdown with my nieces and my nephews. It was 3 children. One of my nephew's father was active in his life, would live in the home sometimes. The other 2, one didn't know the father and the other one really didn't see her father. And his father would do things like drop off shoes for him, drop off clothes for him, come and just spend time with him. And my former sister-in-law would allow it. And it was just so messy. The other kids felt so bad. Of course, like you guys said, he wasn't obligated. But the simple fact that it was just like how this video was. It was an argument sometimes when she was angry, sometimes when he was angry. The other kids would watch it. And then it became, well, your dad's doing for you. Or why don't you have to split this with us? It was a whole thing. And now those siblings are grown and they don't like each other and they don't speak to each other because watching situations like this. It just all goes back to we all need to be held accountable when we put ourselves in situations like this. This isn't a man versus woman thing. This is about the kids. And that's all I really had to say. Thank you, Scotty.
No problem. Okay, Janika, go ahead. Janika, go ahead. Is she there? Okay, Amy, go ahead.
Hey, just piggybacking off everybody else. I agree with everyone when they were talking about. I just don't see it as a issue of a poor bad mother or a bad father. I look at it like at the end of the day, there are circumstances that put us as a community in really tight spaces. And what I noticed with this debate or this discord, there's been a lot of assumptions, and that's kind of where I've been kind of like it concerns me that people are saying just give your kid up for to the father. That's like so we're splitting up siblings to make things right, or we are considering a person a good father for dropping off fast food. We don't know these situations to the full extent. What we know is that we are kind of stigmatizing Black women and Black motherhood, and that's what I've noticed. Where people are blaming her for choosing multiple partners that she had children with, or blaming her for being what's how I would say the word up, just kind of reaching a breaking point. I just saw someone basically. It was a buildup. Clearly, her household is in chaos because there is it's unequal. And as a parent, you try to do things fairly as possible. And when people say let him be a father, you have to think about the household. And if McDonald's is breaking up relationships in her home, it's just not needed.
I'm sorry, you said McDonald's is breaking up relationships in the
Yeah,
house. I'm
like if the
sorry.
kids are literally thinking they're not being treated fairly over a $4 meal, I'm just one of those people like, well, no, I get where she's coming from. But at the end of the day, when people kind of stigmatize Black motherhood or stigmatize Black fatherhood, we celebrate things that are very basic. Him driving by in a car and dropping off a meal is not a good father the way people say it is. But that's like our bare minimum and our low bar. At the end of the day, would it be a good father if they all just got along, mother and father? And that means like if you're driving by, you appreciate the fact that you can drive by and drop off a meal and still have a day for yourself. And that means that, if you're in the house with 4 kids, no one's looking down at you as a society and you're like looked at as trash. We have enough Kevin Samuels jargon on the internet that everyone is literally attacking this girl and we don't know the situation. We watched a 30-second clip. She could be the mother of the year as far as we know. We don't know anything. So for me, I'm not feeling that. I feel like we need to kind of like take a step back and look at the real like optics of the situation. It was fast food. It's not that big of a deal in my mind for them to cause chaos in that woman's household. Some people gave the suggestion of him picking the child up and taking them to get something to eat. I think it needs to be an overhaul and things need to be explained to each party. When you do these things, it causes this problem in her household. When you do this thing as a mother, you're breaking down the relationship between the father and him. There's bigger pictures that we need to focus on versus basically shaming a Black mother for having a breakdown in public. And that's all I have to share for the situation.
Before I allow Dollflower to go, I just want to piggyback off what you just said. I don't think that is. I think people's opinions, and I'm guessing I'm saying something because I'm one of the ones who's not necessarily on her side. But I think that the reason why people have their opinions about it is because of the way that she acted and because of her actions and because of the way she came across. The man came by to drop the kid off some food. She gets mad because he didn't bring any food for the rest of her kids. None of us really know what the real issue is or what's going on with her other kid's father, but on the outside looking in, it does look as though she's putting responsibility on this man for something that she decided to do with, I don't know how many baby daddies she got, but what she decided to do with other men and all of this other stuff. And I just feel as though um the way she acted is the reason why we have our opinions on it like that. Like she literally, like the man tried to give her several different suggestions. Like I just eat the food, like he could just come downstairs and eat the food with me, or I can go and take him with me to get the food. She didn't want to do that. Then she said that he's not going to eat this shit, and then she threw the food at him. So it's kind of like, I guess her actions is not making it easy for
People
her.
see
So
her actions as entitlement, and I see
That's
her
what
actions.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
They
Right.
That's
see
what
I
I was.
see it as
I was about to say her.
frustration.
The it's clear that she's angry, right? It's clear she's
Right.
angry. She was negative about the whole situation. It's clear that she's wrong at the wrong person for the wrong thing. I don't
Hmm.
think any of us. I don't think any of us are stating that yes, he is obligated to bring them food. Nobody's. I don't think anybody's saying that. And I know that it's probably hard for someone to empathize with someone based upon a reaction that they're giving, right? And I think that's what you're trying to state. Like it's hard for me to kind of have a little bit of empathy about her anger when she's responding to something a certain way. I don't think anyone up here is saying that he is obligated to feed the other children. I don't think nobody's saying that up here because he's not.
Yeah, he's definitely
He's
not.
not. He's not up. However, more if I was the baby daddy, you get what I'm saying. I'm bringing my child, food. Yes, I'm going to give his siblings food too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not going to bring something for my son. I'm going to give it to everybody, and that's if I got it right. So I
yeah,
don't think anybody is saying that he's obligated. However, we are bashing her for laying down with men where maybe she didn't have money to get the abortion. Maybe she didn't have money to get the plan B. Maybe she was a victim of rape. We don't have any idea what her circumstances are with the other men in her children's lives or lack thereof, right? We don't understand that. We don't understand the living situation of either household. I know one thing for sure, my mother would have never separated me and my sisters from each other, despite us all having different fathers. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
exactly.
it's our
Right.
well,
situation. Oh, but I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
well,
Go ahead,
I do
Shay.
you well, I do you one better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, I'm gay and I ain't got no kids. Don't want no
Mm-hmm.
kids. However, if it was me in the situation, I definitely would have bought all of the kids something to eat if I had it.
Same. It's
I
exactly how I
definitely would
feel.
have done it, but I wouldn't be wrong if I didn't. Like my
Exactly.
dad, for
Yes.
instance, when I went to New Jersey to see my dad last, I think a week and a half ago, my baby brother is not his son, but he still invited him to come. He
Mm-hmm.
still treated him like he was his own, six kids. You know what I mean? He even called him his bonus son. So I get what you're saying, but
Mm-hmm.
the way she came across, though, it comes
Yeah, I
across
get
as
that. It's very
entitlement.
negative. Mm-hmm.
So it's
And
hard
that's
for
why I said she has the wrong argument towards the wrong person. Her
Definitely.
argument is not even valid. You get what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
just clear that she's angry. She's angry at the world. You get what I'm saying? And she's gonna take it out on whoever she can. He just happened to be that person that day. You get what I'm
And I
saying? That like it's
yeah,
nothing. He did nothing wrong outside of showing up with food, at least to feed a child. That's it. But it's
yeah,
like we can't we can fault her for the way that she reacted. We can fault her for yelling at the wrong person about the wrong thing and being wrong. And she was wrong. Where does the anger stems from? You
It
get what
needs
I'm
to be.
saying? That's where that I'm
I'm
not
sorry. It needs to
sympathizing
be
with her.
understood.
It's showing empathy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It needs to be understood he was wrong because there's a pattern that was obviously causing chaos in her household, and I'm sure she
Mhm.
spoke to him about it before.
Okay, I get
All the
that.
way
Yeah.
down, and it's a regular argument because they already had their points when they started shooting at each other.
Yeah.
Even if you don't agree with the person, this is the thing about co-parenting, and this is something that I'm in. When someone shows you or express to you this is causing them problems in the arrangement, the best thing to do is try to bring a solution to it. If she's
Mm-hmm.
told you multiple times, I have multiple kids upstairs and I don't want my kids to feel left out, and you keep doing the same thing, and your response is, I don't care about those kids, it's about my kid, that's not helping the unit of co-parenting. So at that point, he was wrong, in my opinion. Now, people can say obligation and all the rest of that stuff. That's cool because you're not in that situation. But if that's the same thing, if she would come over or let a man come in the house and rate or talk and raise his kid or say negative things about his father, if he says don't do that, don't do it. You got
Okay, but at the
If
same time, it's kind of hard for me to see it that way when she pulled out a camera to say that she's about to
and that's
expose
the
him
only part
Blue.
that I
for
glad.
being a deadbeat father when in so many of our eyes just looking at the video, he's doing what he's supposed to do. So how is he a deadbeat father because he's
I
not
don't
doing
know his
something for your
situation.
other
I agree
kid?
with that
I
too, Scotty. Can I say how I feel really quickly about the
Yeah.
situation? And I'm gonna go. Okay, so I understand everybody saying that she may be hurt or she's feeling a certain type of way, but at the end of the day, it's different ways to handle situations like that. And I feel like she definitely made the video to kind of put him on blast about something that he is not obligated to do at the end of the day. So whether someone is like, I'm trying to get the words out so I don't say it the wrong way. He is he was definitely not wrong. Like, it's his child. He's taking care of his child. He's not obligated to buy anything for the other kids. And we're just reacting off of the clip that we saw. So she didn't go on live saying anything about what's going on or the backstory. We're only going off of what we saw. And what we saw is that she is trying to blast him for not taking care of kids that are not his, which is absolutely wrong. That's just how I feel about it. And honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't do it. Like if I had a baby daddy and we didn't all have the same kids, and I would feed all the kids even though they're not mine. That's just how I am. But I wouldn't be obligated to do it. It's not a must that I do it. So I don't know.
I would say this: the fact that everyone says if it was me, I would have. That showed you that there is an adjustment with you thinking about it, which I believe they had that discussion before. His response is continuously putting her in a bad space with her family. This is why I say he's wrong. You can feel how you feel about how a person operates when it is their obligation or not. But just like you were able to adjust and say, I couldn't do that, he understands it's causing her conflict. He's continuously doing it because he doesn't like her. And for me, that's where I
Mhm.
say you don't like her, and maybe you don't have the money, but you have this is your child's mother. Your
I
child.
I just feel like it was a different way that
agree,
it could have
Amy.
been handled. Like she said on the live, like she admitted that every day, like every he does it often. That's what she
And know
said.
what I
So
hear when he says,
if she knows that that's what's gonna happen, why not just go ahead and get the other two kids McDonald's too? Or he offered to take the child to the car so he could eat.
but that's after
But that
after he realized he got under her skin. Well, I'll just take him.
right, I was going to
I'll
say
just take
that,
him.
not to cut you
I'll just
off,
take
but
him if
I
you want that.
agree. Yeah, I wanted to say that I agree with you, Amy. It sounds like to me they've had this conversation over and over. She's reached her boiling point, and we're listening to her frustration.
Yeah, we're
And
at the end
he
of the
knows
video.
Can I
exactly what he's doing because, like you said, it's clear that they don't like each other. And
No,
this conflict could have already been resolved if he had to just took heed to when she's probably already said, no matter her delivery, she's probably already said to him, "Look, don't do this." And he now has the attitude like, "I'm just going to do it anyway." And so that's what we've witnessed. I definitely agree with what you're
and
saying.
that's
there was a comment.
what I see.
Can I say something real quick? There was a comment that she made that really got under my skin. She made a comment that said, "You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me." Are you saying that when he had a baby with you means that his other kids became his responsibility to
No,
take
that's
care
not
of?
what
No,
I
no,
heard.
no,
See, what I heard.
no.
Exactly.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what she said when he
No,
kept
but let me tell you
I
asking
what I
think
heard
questions
when
and
she said that.
probing her about her
One at a
intentions.
time. One at a time. Go ahead.
That's exactly what she was saying when this man kept probing her intentions as to why do you feel that it's okay for my son to miss out and lose out because your kids are missing out and losing out. He specifically asked her, "So you telling me your other kids ain't eat yet?" She said, we don't got no, she hesitated in answering that question, meaning that her answer was, instead of saying no, she said, we ain't got no stamps yet. Okay, so how is he supposed to know when you get your stamps for something that he has no responsibility to know or for? Your thing is not to make him look or feel bad because he does this. She was mad because she ain't got no stamps yet for her to either sell or do what it is that she wanted to do at the time in which it is. This man bring food for his kid every single freaking day. Are you kidding me? So you mean to tell me when you have stamps, it's okay for him to bring food for your kid because your other kids are already having something to eat? That is dead ass wrong. You don't do no shit like that, and then you gonna make some blatant. I'm sorry, Scott. I mean curse. Making some stupid comment about you knew what it was. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me. Are you kidding me? So why not expose the other daddies? Expose them for what they not doing. Don't expose this man just because he went out and brought McDonald's. I don't care. We need to stop downing these men for the bare minimum that they are doing. Yes, they're supposed to be doing it, but we don't know if this man is literally going out of his way to say, I'm thinking about my kid on the way to work or on the way to home. Let me go ahead and grab something for my kid because I'm thinking about him. Or I was at McDonald's on my lunch break, so therefore I'm going to go ahead and grab something for my kid because I'm thinking about him. We do not know the circumstances, but for her to put that video up and say that, no, she was mad and she had misplaced anger and she chose to expose somebody who does things for their kids. And my thing is that, is he supposed to miss out on Jordans or miss out on a PS4 or miss out on other things that his dad may buy for him that he may go home with because the other siblings may not be able to get it? That is distasteful.
I agree.
Okay, so
I
I'm
definitely
gonna
agree.
respond.
I'm done.
Okay, I'm gonna respond. Can I respond?
Please.
What I
It's
heard,
fun.
Go ahead.
what I heard when she said that was clearly when he started dating her, he knew she had 3 kids. Her probably opening her wound up another time was something they probably discussed, and she wasn't ready to do that, and he probably convinced her. And that's
Okay.
probably why she's doing it.
I think
You already knew I struggled with 3, and I'm pregnant with I had your baby, and you knew the situation I was in. Because men, when you're with each other, they make promises. Oh, I love you. I would never do you like the other guys did you. Left you with these kids, and now you're treating her the same way. And
But
the reason
see,
I
why,
feel
see,
that
but see,
I
I
heard
think
that
I
too. I
understand
heard that
exactly.
too.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand
hmm
exactly what you were saying, and I agree with that. But at the same time, everybody doesn't think that, like, relationships, all of them don't last forever. So you knew you had 2 kids before you got with them. They aren't his kids. So why not just think like ahead? Like, okay, what'll happen if we break up or we not together anymore? Like, I
I
just
but
don't.
agree.
I don't know
I
because
feel like
here's
the rules. I
I
feel like the
agree.
rules kind of changed. Like, okay, so let's just say they work, because clearly they worked together at some point, right? Because when she made that comment, you knew what it was when you got with me. His response was, "No, I didn't." Right? So that was his response. Let's
he
just say
knew,
they
and
weren't.
he's poking her at this point.
Let's just say they were in a relationship, right? And let's just say, hey, before we lay down, we make this decision. Just know, I got kids, so you need to provide me with that comfort that you are going to be here for me and my kids. Of course, like can I say nigga on here?
yeah.
Okay, like niggas do. Of course, I'm gonna take care of you. You get what I'm saying?
I love
I'm
you. I
gonna
would
take
never
care
do
of
you
I'm
dirty.
gonna be there for you and him. When they were together, I guarantee you, he bought McDonald's for all them kids. I
Yes, he
guarantee
did.
you, they
I
broke up.
agree. hmm
They broke up. Okay, was
Problem.
we and it was clearly it was a tumultuous. Let me not say that word again. Um,
We got you, girl. Say it.
Right.
clearly it was a negative situation, right? They are very angry at each other.
Right.
Okay, fine. His way of getting back at her, I'm only taking care of my baby now. You get what I'm saying?
Right. That's
Exactly.
exactly what it sounds
I
like
want to
to
be
me too.
very clear in the comments. Megan, it's Megan,
Yeah.
is not saying that man right or wrong. I want to be very clear about that. I'm not saying that this woman is right or wrong. I'm saying I have empathy for her, right? I
Yeah.
have empathy that she's angry.
hmm
She's pissed off at
Yes.
the world. I got 4
Yeah.
kids I cannot take care of.
Yeah.
And y'all think because he taking pictures on Father's Day
and bringing him McDonald's every day is really doing something.
Every
It's doing,
other
it's
day.
doing nothing, right?
Every other
Every
day.
other day, every other day. Let's be very clear.
He's
'Cause he
dropping
does,
it off. He's not picking the
he did
child
say,
up and taking him on his way.
and I said that earlier. I said he
Yeah.
is only doing drop offs. He's not even seeing the child. So let's be very clear about what he's not doing. Nobody, I'm not giving him any praises on being a father. I'm giving him, I'm not gonna give him praise. Kids got to eat. He's bringing a child food. That is fine. However, we cannot try to, like, if we're gonna bash, we gotta bash everybody, right?
Right.
However, we also
I agree.
got to give empathy where empathy is. Again, we don't know what his situation is. He can be broke, but he can also be bitter and angry too. If they were together, and for her to make that comment, yes, he probably was bringing all them kids. Man, when you was with me, you was telling me to take care of them. Now we broke up. Now you can't. You only gonna do for one.
Yeah,
And that's why she's
right up
angry.
and look them kids in the face because they probably used to you doing for them, and now you're like, nope.
Well, hold on. Before I let Dollflower and Mo Media go, let me say this. Okay, so I get some of what y'all saying, but at the same time, at the end of the day, whether he was doing all of that while he was with her or not, what was her other kids' fathers doing? Because that's really what it comes down to. Because it's like once they break up, because they're no longer together. They're no longer together at this point. So why is it still his responsibility to do something that somebody else is not doing?
I don't think none of us. I don't think none
it's-
of us are saying it's his responsibility.
Right.
I don't think none of us.
I mean, y'all not saying it, but that's how it comes across when you listen to what you're saying.
I don't think he's obligated to any of the other kids.
He's not obligated to any of the kids.
Right.
Okay, hold on, you guys. Hold on, y'all. Let me let Dollflower and Mo Media go because we've been pretty much dominating this whole conversation. Let them two say something real fast. Go ahead, Dollflower and Mo Media. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Hi, Scotty. It's good to talk to you again. Can you hear me?
Oh, loud and clear, honey.
I get what you ladies are saying, but I went through a similar situation. I was married to a man that he had a child with the young lady first. He didn't find out until after we were married. So they were no longer together. And she went and he did what he had to do for my stepdaughter. Even though we're not together anymore, I still consider her my stepdaughter. I want to ask you guys a question. He did everything he could for her, but she went out and made two more children with two other men. And my stepdaughter, as time went on, there was one time, and I don't mean to put her business out there. I know y'all don't know her, but she couldn't even keep her lights on. And I didn't want, at the time, my ex-husband didn't have the money. So he asked me, could I throw him the money to get her lights turned on, keep her lights on and everything. And it just got to the point where she just kept demanding and becoming more entitled. Like if I, with my ex-husband had my stepdaughter, I'd take her out and buy her little things. Now, do you guys think I was wrong when she was with me? I took her out for stuff and bought her clothes and shoes along with my husband. Y'all think I was wrong because I didn't buy the other kids stuff too? I mean, would you all think I was wrong? Because I felt like she was entitled.
It has something to do with the co-parenting relationship. If she was having conflict and brought it to you, then that might be an issue. But if she's
she did say that we should be doing stuff for her because it's not the other kid's fault. Because he told her at one time, well, can I have my daughter? If it's that hard for you, may I have my daughter, please? I won't ask you for that. He asked her, he said, can I please have my daughter? And she got mad. So I kind of see what you guys are talking about, but after a while, I start having empathy for her too, because she was just, I'm like, where are the other two dads? What are they doing? I didn't mind paying the bill, but what are the other two guys doing? And I'm saying this as a woman. What were the other two dudes doing? That's all I had to say.
Well, I'll give a
I,
story from my end, and it could probably answer your question. I have a daughter. She's older. My ex had another child, and we had a conflict about my daughter's hair because I always like to put the beads and the, get it really elaborate done. And he would always come to me and be like, "I don't like her hairstyle." It got to the point that he would take out her hair. I paid for
Oh
it, and
Lord.
I would be so mad. And then he told me the reason why because he didn't have the money to pay to get the other girl's hair done the same way. So for me, after seeing the child and seeing
Y'all know
the
how
imbalance,
damaging that is.
huh? After seeing the child and seeing the imbalance, I said, okay, I'm not gonna. I said, okay, wherever you take her, we can take her together, and they can get their hair done the same or similar, and not have like all these elaborate things. And eventually, I started putting beads in the daughter's hair. That's what I'm talking about, reasonable. Because in my household, I felt like you're overstepping. You're taking her hair out. I paid for it. Now I'm pissed. I have a right to come over there and yell at you because you didn't pay for this. But at the same time, when it comes to a co-parenting relationship, yes, in some cases, there might be stuff going on outside my household that affects my household. That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but do you know how damaging that can be to children who feel that they have to be cut down on something that may make
Hmm.
them happy because the other children that we don't even know for a fact may even want the same thing or interested in the same thing.
Oh, her
Well,
So
sister
you don't
now,
want to
wants
speak
the
on
same
her
thing.
child, though. You don't want to go too far when you speaking on the situation with her child.
no, no,
Before
no,
you
I'm
go
not
on.
speaking on her child.
No,
I'm
I
just
mean, I'm
saying,
telling you, in that situation, the little sister, she was my daughter's the big sister. She wants to be just like her older sister. So it did affect her to the point that, like, and then I also saw how my daughter treated her because when my daughter brought her over my house, when she asked me stuff, she would tell her, "No, this is my mommy. You can't get that." And I saw the entitlement in my child, and I said, "Oh no, we doing the same thing. So if she gets her hair done a certain way, you're gonna get your hair done a certain way too." And I don't want you to make her feel left out. So for me, I had to like swallow my pride because I didn't like the way her father handled it, but it affected his household.
yeah,
So
but
for me,
I feel like that can also make them feel like they can't have something different. That,
yeah,
you know what I'm
it can,
saying?
it can make your child a monster too. Like my child, she was entitled. She started to think that she
That's
was
true.
better than her own little sister, and they are the same.
I get
So
what you're saying, and I didn't mean, and I hear what you're saying. But in my case, my stepdaughter, because she felt like she had to share everything with everybody all the time, and she saying, because her mother literally got mad because when she comes with me, she, I'll take her, get her little things, and it got to the point where I said, well, I'll just, let's get your little brother and sister something so you can take back home, with you. But she was like, no, because I have
Hmm?
to share
I know.
everything. I have to give everything away and da da da. When you buy me stuff, it feels like it's for me. And so that's why I get what everybody's saying. So
Yeah.
I look at it from the child's perspective. She always felt like, dang, I just want something for me. And that's why, you know, when she came at my ex-husband about a light bill, I said, well, we gonna have to go on and help the lady pay the junk because your daughter stay there. He was like, man, and it put him in a hard rock place because he was like, yeah, because my daughter do stay there. But it's just the mother's entitlement. And that's in the lady in the video, it screams the same way this child's mother was. So that's all I was saying. And that's what I think Scotty was saying. It's not an obligation, but I see what the young lady said about morals and empathy. I get that part. But at the end of the day, you went out there and made other children with other men. Just hold the other men accountable too for doing for their kids. Because this was a child saying that. She was feeling like I have to share everything all the time with everybody. And I just want stuff from my dad. I just want my dad to be there for me. So that's
And
all I
Amy,
have to say.
and Mo Media and Amy, I wasn't coming at you. I got a little heated with the situation, but I understand and respect that, you recognize something in your situation and you changed it. Like,
Yeah.
I reckon I appreciate that. So it wasn't me, talking about her child, whatever. I can
Well,
understand,
yeah.
how kids are raised completely different. And once they come together, it's like, okay, why can't I now have the things that I used to have? Or why do I, like she just said, have to share everything or whatever the case may be? But I think when they aren't used to sharing or have to be understand, being appreciative of certain things, I think that's where it comes with that lack of, okay, I don't want to share, I want to be selfish type thing. But
Yeah.
I respect it.
Well, I agree with you and Amy. Like you just made a great point, but I also agree with Amy because how can you look at the little sister that want to, be just like her big sister? Look at this, little girl and say no, and or and just stun on her or do what you can, even though you know that's causing trouble, or that might trigger her self esteem or her insecurity or cause an insecurity. That's just wrong. I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that. I would make an arrangement just like Amy. I think they did the perfect thing.
Oh,
Let
definitely.
me say something.
Yeah,
That
but
took a
also,
while because I did not like her father. We would be going at it like that on the street, and I realized at some point it's about these kids.
yeah,
We had what we had. Now we got to focus on these kids.
that's what I. So what I was gonna say is that's exactly. I think it's them, her. It's one of them, not over what they had. Me coming from that same kind of situation with just the parents not connected eye to eye, having multi dads. Me and my little brother got different dads, but I'm from the hood, the country. I'm sure all the baby daddies wear Burberry wherever we from. But the truth is, like Cam said in the chat, everybody wasn't raised the same way. Like he probably do not know what he's supposed to do. Yes, he do probably. Like y'all was saying, he be over there multiple times. He know what he doing, but it also triggers like sibling rivalry. When one sibling sees the father coming into their life more than you do, um, no matter if it's intentional or not, it definitely causes some unbalanced tension within the siblings. And that's probably what the mother is getting frustrated about. Among her being a single black woman who is just trying to do the best for her. I don't know how many kids. It's just never enough. My mom had 2 kids and it was almost never enough. She was always trying. So I couldn't imagine what this girl is going through.
Mhm.
You
Hi,
right.
I'm
It
Auntie
does
J.
sound like, I'm
I'm
sorry,
Auntie J.
SJ.
Hey y'all, how's everybody doing?
Hey,
I'm gonna
Hold
play
on,
that.
hold on. Before you speak, let's allow the last 3 people to speak because I gotta
Oh,
end
okay,
this
my
in a
boy.
few minutes because because I gotta do roast review in like an hour and 30 minutes. So I gotta end this in
Okay.
like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. So we're gonna let Auntie J, the real T, I think that's what it is, and Sharp B speak real fast. Go ahead.
Scotty, you don't see me?
Oh, and Janae, I'm sorry.
All right. It's okay.
But go ahead.
Ooh,
Whoever, whoever on the last slide, go ahead.
Sure.
okay. Hi, Oh, go ahead.
Scotty, I just want to piggyback on a lot what Amy and Mo Media said. I have a blended family myself. My oldest son, who's my bonus child, I don't like to say stepchild because I feel like sometimes that's demeaning. He's my bonus child. I've been raising him since he was 1.5. He's now 11, and you know his mother has problems with drugs and she wanted to be with all these different dudes and she just didn't want to help out with the baby. So I told my husband when I started dating him, I understand he told me that he had a child, he never hid it from me. So I understood dating a man with a child, that is a package deal. When you date someone with a child, there are certain obligations and responsibilities. If you're not ready for those obligations and responsibilities, don't get involved with someone with a child. Because to me, that's selfish. Because sometimes with children, their needs are going to trump yours. And,
I'm
you
not a
know, I always
when it came down to buying for the kids, before I became a mom myself, I always made sure Junior had clothes, pull-ups. I would help him pay for his daycare. This was before my husband and I were married. And after we got married, I always wanted Junior to understand he is no different from his brothers. Okay, just because I didn't bring you here doesn't mean I don't love you as much as I love your brothers. And I want you to understand that yes, Shatara may be your mom, but guess what? I'm mommy. I'm the one that's here with you every day. I love you and I'll always be there for you. So I understand when it comes to co parenting, it could cause a lot of issues. I feel like if you have issues with your significant other that you had a child with, or your ex that you had a child with, don't put it on social media. Sit down like two grown folks and figure it out. Figure it out. There's no need to blast each other on social media when you're having issues. If you're frustrated and you're tired, be understanding. Be like, okay, you know what? She already has these many kids. Let me take, my child at least to give you a break, or do something with the other kids. Just, take them to the park. It don't necessarily have to be you spending money. Just, you see what she's going through. You add a child to the mix. Just help her out from time to time if you don't want to do it all the time. But I just feel that you when you get involved with someone with children, you just have to be careful about the choices that you make.
Okay, was that Janae?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Auntie J, go ahead.
Wow, yeah. I wanted to say, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a few. I agree. When we have children and say like the father leaves, that's on us. If you decide to have another baby with another man, again, that's on us. Or
Hmm.
you, the woman. You have another baby with another man, that's on you again. Right? All the babies have different fathers. It's all on you if they leave, right? So how can we ask another man to provide for our child, the other children, when it's not his? How can we say it's a package deal and we're dating and there's rules? Who know the rules? Who know the rules versus telling the child the truth about their father? You know what I'm saying? I think we as women are a little laid back and we get more into the feelings of things versus what it is. And sometimes in life you have to let children know that life is not fair. We paint this fairy tale for them, and we want them to have more than what we have. But sometimes hardship makes you stronger. You can't always give a child what they want. You give a child what they need. That's way more important than what they want. So just because I'm dating you and have a baby with you, that don't mean I gotta feed all 15 of your other 15 children. Heck no, I do not agree with that at all. We as women, first of all, most of us, we don't even know, I think, our role as women. We've become so independent. Some of us feel like we don't even need a man. You know what I'm saying? Because we can do everything. I'm not that one. I used to think like that, but I'm older now. So I think a different way. And I share with the younger generation. No, we don't have to put up with them. But if you don't want to put up with him, he got to put up with you too. You come with some stuff too. We all do. So I think that there's a balance there. But as far as feeding another man's child, hell no, I'm not feeding that baby. Without a shadow of a doubt, because if I feed him once or her once, you won't look for that all the time. Sometimes I can only might feed mine. That's up to you, to me, as the parent that's there to feed that child and make sure that child has food. That's the truth. You can't look for other people to feed, assist you with helping or taking care of your child. And as Americans, I just think we're a little entitled to that. I got to think about what the child gonna feel. Remember, we were children once too, and the way they raised us, we turned out pretty great. Didn't get everything you wanted, but you had what you needed. Roof over your head, clothes, food. Might not been the clothes you wanted. That's why you get grown, get your job or career, and you buy what you like. You know, or your junior or your high school years. So we just, to me, we just a little entitled to some things just because we women. I recognize that I'm a woman. I'm a lady. I'm a lady, and I know now differently than I did in 19, 20, and 21, and even 25. And I realized in my process I had to get mental health help from my wounds because I wasn't doing nothing but taking the wounds of my past with me in relationships. You know what I'm saying? I was wounded, and I brought that to every relationship. And I had to go back and apologize to people I hurt in the process of my crap. You know. So yeah, if you think about it, sometimes we are pacified too much and not told the truth. We keep having all these illegitimate children. Why? It don't make sense to me. That's all.
Okay, the real T, and then Sharby, and then we're gonna close this out. The real. What's going on? The real. I don't know what's going on with that. Sharby, go ahead until they get their thing straight. Go ahead, Sharby.
Mhm.
Sharby. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Sharby.
Hello. Oh, is it on me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. My take on this situation. I feel as if when a woman decides to have children with multiple men, I feel like you are already placing them in a position where they have to, kind of compete with, I'm not going to say compete, but feel some type of way in regards to what one child gets and the other one doesn't. Because there's always a possibility that one father might leave, one might be involved, one might be in and out. So even if it's simple things as far as a man just come picking his child up, those other kids are still going to feel left out. So I think it's kind of selfish for women to say that if a man does something for his children and not her other children, then he's placing her other kids in a position to feel left out. No, I feel like that's strictly on that woman. When you make that decision, I came from a family of 8. My mom had 8 kids, and my dad was involved, and some of my siblings' fathers wasn't. But I never felt any type of way about my dad doing things for me and my sister and not doing nothing for the rest of my siblings, because that was strictly on my mom and their fathers. So I don't feel like that's something that should be placed on the outside. I don't think no woman should ever place an obligation on someone else
Why?
as it pertains to her children. You get what I'm saying? Like if
I
this
just
man, if this man doesn't come and feed my kids, or your kids not going to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like I would never sit up and
do
be
that.
angry with an outside, someone on the outside for not doing for my children
Me,
ever. I would never feel no type of way, because whether you buy for my kids or not, they're still going to eat. Whether you provide this or this for them or not, they still will have that. Like I don't understand the logic, and I do feel like Auntie J said that it's a sense of entitlement. No one is entitled to help you take care of your children, but the person that you lay down and had them with.
Come on.
It's period, point blank. And it might be harsh, it might sound harsh, but it's the truth. And I would never have
Right.
kids by someone and then get mad at someone else for not helping me provide for them. It does not make sense. It
At
does
Mhm.
all
not.
Yeah.
to me.
So
Hello.
that's my take on that.
And you shut it down.
Yeah, you did. You shut that down, girl.
Totally
Okay.
agree.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, this is Tommy. So I been going back and forth with this with several people. I grew up in a scenario just like this. Um, I have two sisters on my mom's side, and a ton of sisters and brothers on my father's side. I grew up with my two sisters on my mom's side, and it's not my dad's fault that they didn't know who their dad was. Um, so my dad would come pick me up. I would go stay with him. He would bring me food or he would bring me presents. And I didn't know my sisters resented me for years. Like for years. As adults, we had a real heart to heart. And I'm just like, that wasn't my father's problem. And my father took in kids that weren't even his from his other ex-wives. Um, And so it comes down to the mother that you grew up with, right? Not having those realistic conversations with your children and letting
Thanks.
them know who their
Yeah.
father is, you know?
Right.
Um, and I, when I saw this video of this woman, I got so pissed. And I'm a person who gives my last to kids, right? I mentor kids all over. I give to kids all over. I would give you my last. But this shit pissed me off.
It pissed
Like
me off.
this man is trying to feed his child
Mm-hmm.
and you piss on him for
Yeah.
trying to do so.
Mm.
Mm.
You
Mm.
piss on him.
Exactly.
You cut that fucking burger up in four pieces if you have to.
You
Right.
damn right.
And if you had any fucking sense, and I'm sorry for cursing, but this really upset.
Oh, what's happening?
Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
You
if
had
you
went out
had,
for a second.
I'm sorry, if you had some grace,
Ooh.
some humility, and was a bit nicer, and some fucking common sense, you could have gotten a meal out of that man.
Or stop having all them
You
children.
you tell your son to tell his daddy you want pizza. Can't you get two pizzas for $10 fucking? Like, where's the fucking common sense? Your nails are
Oh,
done.
yeah. Okay.
Nails was definitely done.
Your nails were done.
Eyelashes on.
How much that costs?
Right.
Why isn't your freezer stocked with food when you get your stamps? Are you selling them?
Yeah.
You can't shit on this man because he's trying to feed his child. I guarantee you, his child has called him, telling him, "Daddy, I'm hungry."
Mm-hmm.
That part.
If he's over there every damn day, bringing a meal every damn day, then this is a every damn day problem. That's not his to fix with your other kids.
Right.
But if
Yeah.
you had some humility and was a little bit nicer, maybe that man will extend an olive branch to you because he's not obligated to.
That part.
Go to the food pantry, learn how to cook,
Be
learn
nicer.
how to cook.
Right. And take the wigs and shit off.
What
And buy
happened
some
to the
food.
pork and beans and a pot of spaghetti and the chili, the shit
Right.
that she
What
trying
happened
to
Vienna
to that?
cook?
sausages. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Learn
What
how
happened
to
to them?
fucking cook
Right.
and
Not
quit.
no oodles and noodles.
I
Mm.
just
Oh,
it's
it's
sickening to even
them
look at
too.
this
They
and
cheap.
people trying to validate this woman's attitude of entitlement. It's ridiculous
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
and it's
I had to get
shameful.
up here. Yes, it is.
He needs to file for custody for his child.
And she should have took a tape. But that's child neglect and abuse.
The fact that she threw the food away.
Yeah.
She can't feed her other
And
children.
and I mean, I wouldn't even judge throwing the food away. My mom would have threw the food away or eaten it in front of us. But you threw it in front of him, you letting him know that you just wasted that man's
This
money.
man
That
has proof
Yes,
now to take to the state to get custody of his child. Because you've
oh,
that's
already
what he
proven
needs to
that
do.
you're negligent and
Very
irresponsible.
mm,
much so. He should have been recording her and took that to the local welfare social
Oh,
services.
it's he has proof. It's all over
right.
the world.
It's the
Now
It's
I'm just saying he might not utilize it, but that's
All
what I
this
think
over
he
a
should
well,
do.
if he
McDonald's
don't
burger.
utilize
Are
it,
you guys
he
losing
got to
it?
drive.
It's McDonald's. Stop it. It's
McDonald's
not
is
that
That's
expensive
why
now.
serious.
McDonald's ain't cheap no more.
Yeah, yeah.
no,
McDonald's is
Inflation.
$7. Cut it
We in
out.
a
That
recession.
that
That
drink was
McDonald's,
$1.
you buy.
Kill the spot.
I
Y'all
don't
like to
care if it's
survive
50
over
cents.
McDonald's.
It's not my
We were
child,
having a
girl.
real
Amy said, "I'm done
discussion,
with that.
and
I'm
No,
y'all
not
we
bust
paying
out
haven't.
with
that."
taking babies over McDonald's. Stop
Listen,
it,
but
No,
you
please.
you
know,
Oh,
but
stop
he,
please.
it.
if he got the hood man, the hood nigga
Please
mentality,
stop. McDonald's French
yes.
fries. You want
Well,
to?
that's
Yeah,
what he
That's
girl.
thinking. This
fast
is
food.
one less
Please
mouth
let me
That's
that he
live.
got.
money.
That's
That's
fast
money.
food. If we're gonna talk
I
about
don't
neglect,
care.
it is neglect. You dropping
Somebody
out
still
fast
had
food
to
every
make
day,
it.
the child
Them
gonna have a
children
heart
were
attack.
hungry.
Stop it. Y'all gotta
what?
stop.
Nobody say a heart attack. We just voicing our opinion.
I'm joking, y'all.
Too
I'm just
many
joking.
Right,
women. I was about to say too
We
many
Andre.
gotta put
women.
these things in perspective.
They
It's
just feel
McDonald's.
entitled. No, a lot of women feel like you do.
I
But
feel
just
like
because
it's not as deep as we're making it. I think we're all
it
projecting, even
is
though
really
Yeah.
It
that
is
deep.
this deep. It is that
Yes,
deep.
Oh,
it is
A lot
it
that
of
is.
deep,
kids grow up
girl.
Well,
with
we're
parents
all
I
also
know a
when it
girl
comes
with
to
projecting.
the sibling
17
rivalry,
children. Yes,
I
it
don't
is.
think the siblings
yeah,
really
there
have a
is a such
right.
thing as rivalry.
I don't think the siblings have a right to, how they resented you. I don't think they have a right to do that. I was the sibling that kind of resented my brother, but I don't think I had the right to do that because that was
Hmm.
my issues with my father, with my mother. Like
Hmm.
that didn't have nothing
Right.
to
That's
do
what you
with
had
the
your
No,
sibling.
I
problem
totally
with.
get that, and that's the parents' issue.
We don't,
The
you know
parent you're
what?
bringing up in the household with has a responsibility to have a conversation with you.
Right.
Right. But we don't want to talk about the fact that the mother wasn't trying to provide. I want to
Hmm.
talk about that part.
I
As
just
a
wonder what's going
mother,
to happen when
you
real
have to
issues
do
hit
some
their
mother.
household.
You
Other
have to
than
do some mothering. She's not a mother to
she
me.
has a mother. Don't do
Oh,
that.
right.
Y'all
She's a
going
Don't
mother,
do
but
crazy.
that.
she's
Do
not
not do
She's
that,
mothering.
irresponsible.
Auntie.
She's
Put
not
That
some
was
mothering.
respect on
McDonald's
love back then.
people. He's not the king of all
So, but
fathers.
listen,
Calm
in
down.
order to be a mother, don't you have to mother your child? You
Yes, and
can't just
she
have a
had a
child.
moment. She had a moment of
Oh,
weakness. Like
girl,
it was
she done
going
A
had
Yeah.
through.
moment,
several
a
moments,
moment
girl.
every
Yes, it
day
was a
is
30.
a
It was like
moment.
a 2-minute video.
And this
It
world,
was
this
4
country is
minutes.
not for
But
black
you
women.
know,
You know that, Auntie. Don't do that. You know
but
that
y'all
her
know,
days are not like our day, like
You
are
guys
not
are
like
talking
my
about taking a
days, not
child
but
that
like
she
you
how.
gave
made
to
a
a man
choice.
that gave her fast
She
her
don't,
fast
so
food.
y'all
It
forget
was an
she,
orange soda. It has dye in it. Y'all
Why?
please.
Why are you referencing fast food? A meal is a meal.
I'm saying, breaking it down like we don't know. I feel like this is an example of why parenting should be taken seriously. Co-parenting is real. When
Yeah.
you have real issues like child pregnancy, gang violence, and all the rest of that stuff, this is minuscule.
And
This
and
is
and and
really
and,
something that
and,
can be
and, and
worked out. It can really be worked out.
malnourishment is also a real issue. So you kind
No,
of
no, it's not. I'm saying like it really could be worked out if they just sat down and saw the importance of
Yeah.
their roles. She's a mother. He's a
she she
father. They
she
need each
she
other.
needs to understand the importance of her role.
Both of them. He's a mother. She's a father. They
Well,
need
both of
each
you are saying the
other.
She's the
same
one
thing. They
getting the
need to
I
financial
had
understand.
to
They need
scream
to come
last
to an
night
understanding.
laughing.
kids. She's
Uh,
getting the financial assistance to
Oh,
help her kids.
I'm saying that when real issues hit, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I have been through this myself. When real issues hit, the one person that's going to ride with you for your child is that woman that was screaming at that door. One person is going to ride with you about that child is that man who brought the food to his child. Y'all need each other. Please don't do this whole split them up over a McDonald's meal and a brief argument because they are both feeling the stress of not being with each other. That's a real issue.
girl,
Wait, no,
what
no,
you think
wait,
I
wait, wait,
feel
wait.
about
like
Now
it's
you're
girl?
making
definitely
up
deeper
stuff.
than
That is
McDonald's.
not
It
the
got to be.
scenario.
Girl, it's bigger than that. Like, really? You said it's stress from not being with
Hello,
each other.
prosperity. Hey, y'all. I
Okay,
don't mean to
okay,
interrupt,
okay.
but like
Listen,
the video.
listen,
Like the video.
listen. We gonna let prosperity speak, and then I gotta go, y'all, because I
Okay,
gotta get ready for
right,
roast
got
review. you.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Prosperity. Go ahead and get it out real fast.
Okay. It's not even about what he brought, it's that he brought his child something to eat.
Not
And
the
it's not a
McDonald's picture.
momentary
Not the McDonald's.
problem. it's a to the 11th moment. Like we don't even know what day it was. She kept hollering she don't get her food stamps to the 11th. So them kids won't be hungry to the 11th.
Yep.
Like,
It's
like that
probably
makes no sense.
yeah.
We cannot say that man is a bad father, but then say, "Oh, she just had a moment.
I
She was
didn't
Exactly.
just
say he
going
was a
through
bad
something."
father. I said they both
I
lacked
didn't
her.
say,
No.
baby. It's been a whole what 2 hour show.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no one person. What I'm saying is, it was said that
Mm-hmm.
he is a bad father, but she is a good mother because she didn't feed her kids. Her nails done. But you trying to record him. But she's a good mother. When he tried to bring his child food and she threw
McDonald's
it,
gives me
She
diarrhea,
definitely
so I
threw it.
just don't.
she could have went upstairs and broke. She I don't know how many hamburgers is in there, but a real mom would have broke it down. Everybody would have had a snack until I found them something to eat,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
we'd have divvied that cup up.
Get
That's what real mothers
a
do.
pack of hot
You don't
dogs.
try to
That's the
embarrass somebody.
alternative. That's what you got to do. But at the end of the day, those two people ain't nobody gonna fight for that child like those two people who were sitting there arguing in that video.
Oh yeah, I don't know what.
They
Exactly, but evidently she ain't fighting hard the right way because that child
Exactly.
still went hungry.
right,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and the
And
other
everybody else that was upstairs went hungry. She should have took that bag, took that food upstairs. Okay, now I gotta go out the door because somebody gotta go somewhere and find something else to eat. But this is for right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what should have happened.
why she don't have food in her house and she gets
None.
fat.
Cause
None.
I don't know why you gotta wait till the 11th when you got
Right.
4 kids or 3 kids, cause that's a lot of damn food stamps. But she do, so therefore that should have been the snack, and then she should have found them something to eat. Cause
Right,
I ain't. That's not my problem. I've never had that problem because I always live my life, whether daddy is around or not.
Right.
My kids gonna be accustomed to a certain lifestyle, not a
right,
day, not a moment, but a lifestyle.
She gonna
Thank
get
God that's
a
not my
pack of hot
ministry,
dogs.
and I don't know nothing about that. Cause all my kids, my kids, father take care of them all three. Yes, they do. But she should have did something different instead of what she did because that did not make her look good at all. And everybody trying to take up for her and make her feel good. No, it's about the kids. It's not about her feelings. It's about how them kids' stomach felt that
Right.
night.
Right.
right. Oh, the
Yeah.
entitled self. She's entitled. And she did this.
And I'm not no the black man. Protect the black man. I'm not
Oh,
that chick. I'm not her. But in this instance, it ain't shouldn't be protect the black sister, cause sister wrong.
Right.
oh,
It's so
Y'all
right.
are a mess.
So
I love
I,
you, but y'all, I'm gonna
still love a
respectfully
black woman.
disagree. But I love y'all.
Okay, y'all. So
Thank
we
you
at
guys
the end.
so much. I just
So I'm
make
about to let all these.
the cash app and a link outside.
thanks,
God
prosperity.
give you some money.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I
Thank
love
you, Scotty
y'all.
Yard.
And
I'm about
auntie.
to
Love
let
y'all.
all of you guys
Scotty, you
go.
knew. You
Okay,
already
thank you,
knew,
Scotty.
Thank
Scotty.
you, Scotty.
I
Thank you for allowing me this for.
I
You
appreciate
already knew what I was about to do.
I appreciate all of y'all for coming up and giving y'all sides of the y'all sides of the spectrum. I'm about to let all you guys go so I can close this out because I gotta go live live again in an hour for roasted review. So thank you guys
Thanks,
for
babe.
coming
Love y'all. Y'all
up.
be safe.
Thank
I
y'all. Like
appreciate
the
y'all
Baby.
for
video.
coming up.
Have a
Love you,
great rest
Cheek.
of y'all day.
Hit
Bye.
that like, cause it's too many of y'all got opinions and ain't
Period.
nobody
Like the
liking this
video.
video.
And be back in an
Hit that
hour for
like.
roast and review. I'll see y'all in a minute.
All
Okay.
right, thank y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. So this was a great live. I love having conversations like this. These conversations are the best on my channel. I appreciate everybody coming up. Everybody had their opinions. It was nobody disrespecting each other. It was all within good conversation. Like I enjoy doing these type of lives, letting all my people come up and say what they got to say. I think I'm going to make this a thing. Like when something like when something goes viral like this, I think I'm gonna go and do like a video about it live and have all my people come up and give their their opinions. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It was over 300 people in the live. I wasn't expecting to have 300 people in the live, but thank all of you guys for tuning in. And I'm about to go and lay down for a minute for like another 45 minutes, get myself together for roaster review. And I'm going to leave you guys with the promo for my best friend's makeup line that he's doing with his business partner Lexique. It's called Nova Cosmetics. Y'all know my best friend is Jamar84, so please support him and order the makeup on the website. I'm about to leave you guys with that, and I will see you guys for Roasted Review in an hour. Thank you guys. Love y'all.